So many times in Appalachia, strange things take place. Oftentimes, they revolve around a disappearance. The disappearance of 80-year-old Harris Rufus Loggins has stumped folks for years. Rumors and legends have sprung up around the old man's disappearance. Appalachia, the mountains are like no other. From its rigid terrain, beautiful wildlife, to the people that live their lives here, to the strange, unexplained stories that folks share. Join me while I share this amazing place, one story at a time. By all accounts, Harris Loggins was a normal child with a normal upbringing. His father, a Confederate soldier named John Loggins. His mother, Sarah Ann Self Loggins. In 1892, at the age of 30, Harris married Dovey Lou near Cordova in Walter County. In 1910, they moved back to Compton. This is where they would live out their lives. The two raised 7 children. To make a living, Harris Loggins farmed the land. For decades, they lived in peace and harmony. But February 21st, 1939, it would all change in an instant. The day started as normal. The then 80-year-old Harris woke up, got dressed, and headed out the door the same as he did for the past 29 years. Nothing was off, nothing changed. No need to ever worry about a thing. That is until sundown. Harris never returned. His family began to panic. It was not like him to ever be late. He was a very punctual man. Soon, the family called the sheriff, who acted immediately. The sheriff suggested that the man had just went to visit relatives, but the family quickly dismissed this, as he would never do this without telling someone. A search party was formed, and folks pitched in to help, coming over every inch of the hills and valleys of Compton. Sadly, Harris left not a single trace of himself or his whereabouts. They searched for 2 whole months with nothing. May 10th, a stunning discovery was made. A local farmer, A.C. Posey, was walking his farm as he passed the barn and noticed something strange. He knelt down to investigate. It was a human thigh bone. Doctors told the bone was of an adult male dead at least 90 days. The bone had been chewed by dogs that must have dug the bone up. Police and volunteers gathered and combed the Posey farm, soon uncovering 2 more arm bones. No other parts would ever be found. The technology in 1939, it was not able to be determined if the remains were that of Harris Loggins. To this day, Harris Loggins has never surfaced, or his remains. The coroner also never issued a death certificate, and Harris never got a monument remembering him. His wife spent the next 9 years mourning his absence until she passed March the 2nd in 1948. She was laid to rest in Marvin Chapel, Mount Pinson, Alabama. Many stories arose over the years as to what happened to the poor old man. Some folks believe he became disoriented while walking the mountains and just died of exposure. Others believe he was hurt in an accident, not able to walk for help, and died. And even more believe that he was murdered and his body disposed of down in the deep gorge. What happened to Harris Loggins? Did he just leave his family for a new life? Not likely for an 80-year-old. Did he have a tragic accident and die alone in the mountains? Or was he taken in a tragic murder plot and then thrown in the deep gorge below? Sadly, the answer to these questions may never be answered. Folks, I want to thank you for sitting and listening to the tragic story of Harris Loggins and his disappearance. Well, I thank you for listening. I love you to pieces, and I'll see you next time.